の1日 Today is July 1st, beginning of the July. So let's get started. シュルカレー、朝のお勤め始めていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。और 17वां पुंडरी का सूत्र शाश्वत बुद्धा को प्रभु रत्ना बुद्धा और सभी अतीत वर्तमान और भविष्य के भूतों के लिए दस दिशाओं में समर्पित करते हैं। हम आगे मूल बुद्धा द्वारा भेजे गए महाबोधिसत्व के लिए समर्पित करते हैं, जैसे विशिष्ट कारित्र बोधिसत्व, अनंत कारित्र बोधिसत्व, विशुद्ध कारित्र बोधिसत्व, सुप्रतिष्ठ कारित्र बोधिसत्व, बोधिसत्व के सभी बोधिसत्व मंजूश्वरी समंतभद्र मैत्रेय अवलोकेश्वर शाक्यमुनि के महान शिष्य बुद्ध शारिपुत्र मोकारनक शपानंद महाश्रावक और धर्म के सभी सुरक्षात्मक देवताओं के लिए हम आगे मूल बुद्ध द्वारा भेजे गए महाबोधिसत्व के लिए निचिरेन शोनी के लिए खुद को समर्पित करते हैं। हम आगे शिष्य रहेंगे आचार्य निचिजी शोनी मेरे विदेशी मिशनरी के लिए समर्पित करते हैं। सभी जीवों को वह पुण्य प्राप्त हो जो हमने सूत्र के पास से संचित किया है। हम आपको यह हार्दिक भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं। हम अपनी बुद्धि के प्रकाश से देखें और सूत्र का पाठ और राहुल व्यो और व्यो का जप करने की हमारी पेशकश को स्वीकार करें। नम व्यो रेंगे व्यो जो जिन जिन निम्यो नो हो आयक सेम्मान गो निमो आई tate matsuru koto katashi kare ipakenmon shizuji suru koto o etari negawaku wa nyorai no dai ichigi o gese shigoku no daijo shigi tsube karazu kenmon sokuchi mina bodai ni chikazuku no sen ga hoshi shosen ga hoshi直想の文字はすなわちこれ法人なり無料の功徳皆この経に集まれりそのゆえに自在に妙に軍事密に訳す内無知罪を滅し善を生ずもしは真もしは法共に仏道上善三世の諸仏人人の妙典なり諸上世世十四長大戦妙法蓮華経 The most profound and wonderful teaching is presented in this sutra. This sutra is difficult to meet even once in thousands and millions of years. Now we have been able to see, hear, receive, and keep this sutra. May we understand the most excellent teaching of the Tathagata, the most excellent teaching of the great people. It is very difficult for us to understand. We should be able to approach enlightenment when we see, hear, or touch this sutra. Expounding is the Buddha's wisdom. Expounded is the Buddha's truth. The letters composing this sutra are the Buddha's manifestation. Just as perfume is hot by something put nearby, so shall we be richly benefited by this sutra, even when we are not aware of being so benefited, because the infinite knowledge are accumulated in this sutra. We can accelerate our past transgression to good deeds and attain Buddhahood by the merit of this sutra. It doesn't matter whether we are wise or not, or whether we believe the sutra or surrender. This sutra is the most wonderful and the most excellent taught by the Buddha of the past, present, and future. May we read and receive it, verse after verse, word after word. Myoho renge kyo, oben pondai ni, ichi se sonju sanmai anjo ni kiko shari o shisho buchi e, chinchin muryo goji e mon nangu, isai shou. 薬師仏勝負の地所医者化仏道信号百千万の無臭小仏人形小仏無料道法有名小寺妙小愚問上十人人未造無法追記小説一周難下シャリオツ五十成仏来週十因で集中非有公園言教無臭法部インド宗教料理小熟小医者が如来法部知見原密がい分足シャリオツ如来知見広大神の無料無下力無償意全上下脱三昧侵入無罪上流一切微増右法シャリオツ如来道集中分別行政商法本注入なエクタ修士シャリオツ収容本師無量無変未造無法物質上中止車両通中物質小医者が物症状重体一形南米司法異物用物大道空地双方実相小医小法尿税総尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税便尿税大尿税、法尿税、本末空教等小医小法尿税、小尿税、小尿税、大尿税、力尿税、差尿税、陰尿税、大尿税、法尿税、本末空教等小医小法尿税、小尿税、小尿税、大尿税、力尿税、差尿税、陰尿税、塩尿税、大尿税、法尿税、Chapter 2 Experiment. Thereupon the word honest one emerged quietly from samadhi and said to Shakta, the wisdom of the present Buddha is profound and immutable. The gate to it is difficult to understand and difficult to enter. The wisdom cannot be understood by any Shravaka or Bhattaka Buddha because the present Buddha attained on many hundreds of thousands of variants of past Buddha and practiced the immutable teaching of those Buddha bravely and strengthily to bear far from pain until they attain the profound Dharma, which you have never heard before, and became Buddha, and also because since they became Buddhas, they have been expounding the Dharma according to the capacity of all living beings in such various ways that the true purpose of their various teaching of difficult and understand. Sharitra, since I became a Buddha, I also have been expounding various teaching with various stories of previous lives, with various followers, and with various sinners. I have been reading all living beings with immeasurable experience in such a saved them from various attachments, because I have the power to employ experience and the power to perform the paramita insight. Sharitra, the insight of the Tathagata is wide and deep. The Tathagata has all the state of mind towards immutable living beings, unhindered eloquence, power, fearlessness, dhyana, concentration, emancipation, and samadhi. They enter deep into boundlessness and attain the Dharma which you have never heard before. Sharitra, the Tathagata divides the Dharma into various teachings and expounds those teachings to all living beings so skillfully and with such gentle voices that living beings are delighted. Sharitra, In short, the Buddha attends the immeasurable teaching which you have never heard before. No more shelter, will I say, because the Dharma attained by the Buddha is the highest truth. Difficult to understand. Only the Buddha attained the highest truth. That is the reality of all things, in regard to their appearance as such, their natures as such, their powers as such, their activity as such, their primary causes as such, their environmental causes as such, their effect as such, their reward and retribution as such, and their equality as such, despite these differences. 両方連芸教如来重量本題16自我特物来小教小骨衆無量百千万国際や葬儀朝説法教系無収録修上両入法仏道に来無量行為等修上法方便言霊範に実滅度長寿し説法が長寿をし一生人通力量天道水道水言に無形中堅が仏道航空用車利現代連邦に昇級有心無別式入難一心欲見物自作心名字が無収束質量重戦が自合修正総在し不滅違法弁立法言不滅無欲修正不良心業者下部を非随意説明情報尿等不問し単にが滅動が継承修正末大航空対抗部位原子両方正活合因合修連法内水説法人通力尿税大葬儀校長大量重戦給料小修上修上健康地大化小小地下水道安納天人上中満本理小道学集中法小合法中華経過通常小有楽小天逆転通常者周義学ウーマンダーラ計算密牛大衆が浄土武器に集権生じ夫婦小空尿量税出10番税総在修上医薬合因年化葬儀公部門参謀病床宇宙空毒入和式力差即体験外心在心に説法悪事意思主出物住無料空内見物差異出物難地が地力尿税平行小無料重量無収航空収合小徳尿等宇宙者もっとし将棋等断量領事物合人風と尿意税法米維持法施行室内に合心無能石膏も外薬異性部空小空原者異合部天道室内に個別異常見学校異常教師司法一弱法欲打王悪道中が上智修道平等部平等随用消化同意摂取情報愛知さぜね伊賀領修上特入無浄土即上中物心The duration of the life of the Tathagata. It is many hundreds of thousands or billions of trillions of Asankhya kalpa since I became the Buddha. For the past immeasurable kalpa, I have always been expounding the Dharma to many hundreds of millions of living beings in order to lead them into the way to Buddha. In order to save the perverted people, I striving to show my nirvana to them. In reality, I should never pass away. I already hear and expound the Dharma. Although I already hear with the perverted people, I disappear from their eyes by my supernatural powers. When they see me seemingly pass away, they offering to my Sharira and admire me, and devote oblige, gentle and wish to see me with all their heart at the cost of their lives. I reappear on Mount Secret Eagle with my sangha and said to them, I already hear, I shall never be extinct. I show my attention to you experientially, although I never personally. I also expound the unsurpassed Dharma to the living beings of the other world. If they respect me, believe me, and wish to see me. You have never heard this. Therefore, you hold that I pass away. I see the perverted people sinking in an ocean of suffering. Therefore, I disappear from their eyes and cause them to admire me. When they adore me, I appear and expound the Dharma to them. I can do all this by my supernatural powers. I live among secret evil and also in the other abode of Asankhya Karma. The perverted people think, this world is in a great fire. The end of the karma of destruction is coming. In reality, this world of mine is peaceful. It is filled with gods and men. The garden, forest, and stately building are adorned with various treasures. The jewel trees have many flowers and fruits. The living beings are enjoying themselves, and the gods are beating heavenly drums, making various kind of music, and raining mandala flowers on the great multitude of me. This pure word of mine is indestructible, but the perverted people think, it is full of sorrow, fear and other suffering, it will soon burn away. Because of their evil karma, these simple people will not be able to hear even the names of the three treasures during a Sankhya karma. To those who have accumulated knowledge, and who will jump in the flight, and who see me reading here, expounding the Dharma, I say, the duration of my life is bearable. To those who see me after a long time, I say, it is difficult to see a Buddha. I can do all this by the power of my wisdom. The light of my wisdom knows no bound. The duration of my life is immutable, Dharma. I obtain this longevity by age of practice. All of you madmen have no doubt about this. Remove your doubts, have no more. My words are truth, are not. The physician who sent them now is Paddington, to tell his perverted son of the death of their father in order to cure them, as not accused of falsehood, although he was still alive. In the same manner, I am the further of the world. I am saving all living beings from suffering. Because they have perverted, I should pass away. Although I should not, if they always see me, they will become arrogant and malicious and bring to their five desires so much. The jewelry fall into the evil region. I know who is practicing the way and who is not. Therefore, I spare them various teaching to all living beings according to their capacity. I am always thinking, how shall I cause all living beings to enter into as a pathway and quickly become Buddhas? 妙法蓮華経如来人力本来21小仏聖者十法大臣十一越衆上法見無量人力絶相信本天信法無宗法理空仏道者原始形宇治小仏教会小牛丹寺宗小宗門十法国寺第六修道異仏滅道合同知税教法小仏会館義見無量人力俗理税道法三味中知者法無量法中有法無能知税に四空六無変無有具領事法空空風化特変罪の知税教者即位意見が薬見他法仏儀証文知者運見が今日表敬消防術の知税教者両が九分寺滅道他法仏一切会館義実法現在物量化公ミイラ薬見薬用薬用特館義小仏道道場小徳医用報道知税教者法福薬道徳の知税教者王将法師義名字九本知行説無空寺尿風王空中一切無償下法如来滅道知無償説教因年宮時代追記尿実質尿地学校報道上昇有名詩銀行政権能命修上安教無料菩薩一教11条成功宇宙者門師空徳理王が滅道後王中知識教税民の仏道欠上無義 The supernatural powers of the Tathagata. The Buddha and the world severe have great supernatural powers. They display their immutable supernatural powers in order to cause all living beings to rejoice. The tip of their tongues reach the heaven of Brahman. Immutable rays of light are emitted from their bodies. For those who are seeking the enlightenment of the Buddha do these things rely to be seen. The sound of quoting of the Buddha and the sound of their fingers snapping, reveling over the word of the 10 quarters. And the ground of those words quaked in the sixth way. The Buddha joyfully displayed their innumerable supernatural powers, because the Bodhisattva from underground vowed to keep this sutra at my extinction. Even if I praise for innumerable kalpa, the keeper of this sutra to whom it is not to be transmitted, I can't place him highly enough. His merits are as limitless, as infinite, as boundless as the skies of the world of the 10 quarters. Anyone who kept this sutra will be able to see me. He also will be able to see many treasures, Buddha, the Buddha of my miracles, and the Bodhisattva whom I have taught today. Anyone who kept this sutra will be able to cause me to rejoice. He also will be able to bring joy to the Buddha of my miracle and also to many treasures Buddha who once passed away. He also will be able to see the present, past, and future Buddha of the world of the 10 quarters, make offering to them and cause them to rejoice. The Buddha sat at the place of enlightenment and obtained the hidden core. Anyone who kept this sutra will be able to obtain the same before long. Anyone who kept this sutra will be able to expound the meaning of the teaching and the names of the word of this sutra. Their eloquence will be as boundless and as unhindered as the wind in the sky. Anyone who understands why the Buddha expound many sutras, who knows the position of this sutra in the series of sutras, and who expound it after my extinction, according to its true meaning, will be able to eliminate the darkness of the living beings of the world where he walks about, just as the light of the sun and the moon eliminate all darkness. He will be able to cause innumerable bodhisattvas to dwell finally in the firm vehicle. Therefore, the man of wisdom who hears the benefit of these merits and who kept the sutra after my extinction will be able to attain the enlightenment of the Buddha definitely and doubtlessly. 一連大聖人五妙藩官業八万章に示しての賜わく天竺国を我が四国と申すは仏の出現したもべきななり武装国をは日本国と申す兄政治で賜わざら月は西より東に向かえり雑誌の仏法の東へ流るべきそうなり日は東よりで西へいる日本の仏法の合詞へ帰るべき随そうなり日は光明らかならず財政はただ8年なり日は光明月に勝れり午後100歳の長き闇を照らすべき随そうなり日は光明らかならず財政はただ8年なり日は光明月に勝れり午後100歳の長き闇を照らすべき随そうなり仏は方法法華経の実したまわず財政にはなき上に末法には一条の法的10万すべし仏教菩薩の利益これなりおのおの我が弟子ら励ませたまえ励ませたまえReturning Buddha Dharma to the West. भारत को चांद का देश कहा जाता है बुद्ध भगवान दुनिया में चांद की तरफ चमके जापान को सूरज का देश कहा जाता है इसलिए जापान में सूरज जैसा महागुरु प्रकट हो सकता है चांद पश्चिम से पूर्व की ओर चलता है इसका मतलब है बुद्ध धर्म भारत से पूर्व की ओर फैला सूरज पूर्व से पश्चिम की ओर चलता है यह शुभ संकेत है कि जापान का बुद्ध धर्म फिर भारत आएगा चांदनी सूरज की रोशनी से कम होती है इसलिए बुद्ध भगवान ने कम समय तक लोटस सूत्र सिखाया सूरज की रोशनी बहुत तेज होती है यह दिखाता है कि जापान का बुद्ध धर्म अंधे युग में चमकेगा बुद्ध भगवान के समय में लोटस सूत्र के शत्रु नहीं थे अंत के युग में लोटस सूत्र के बहुत शत्रु होंगे यह समय है बोधिसत्व सदा परिपूर्ण के मार्ग पर चलने का हम लोगों के दिल में बुद्ध बनने का बीज होते हैं हर शिष्य को चाहिए कि जीवन की कीमत पर भी बुद्ध की शिक्षा फैलाए 漢字財宝殺行人安ニャハラミタジ証券語音階空洞一切シャリシ地球育空意識式属税空空即税式重創業式薬部尿税シャリシ税商法空商部商部滅空上空上不減税航空中無式部重商業式無限に微絶心に無式商工民俗法無限界内し無意識界無無病薬無無病人内し無老死薬無老死時無空臭仏道般若ハラミタ更新無神徳弘法大サッタ無空無恩理一切無形芸無形芸当三税小仏般若労働無相空境内ハンタラ三脈三宝大高知般若ハラ徳阿大珍重税大智重ジ般若ハラミタ税即中圧ギャテギャテハラギャテソハラソギャテゴジサカ般若心経両法蓮華経最上欲大智大悲上無形芸道具全智利悪一切如来秘密人通私力幕寺公私幕寺大師中中上欲中重作法人浪人各々教一合計大風財法無量根本進歩総公用一心二体慶徳安穏大人力多少能薬天正道士意義休止東証風化毒農家成功老薬根流大師法蓮法薬全治終病理一切空一切病中特門司教六本症状人通立法創薬中病解体歓迎天満更新再創再創金属医療特大鎮痛治水肛門理教治大小眼仏法薬を検定国語法注文功労特内了解中万無知病門治本法療薬症状航空脳死薬の一切航空一切空学知見知修正世界無料成功将来年金教陸集合失敗さ将来秘密鎮通私力成功老薬根流在本市対象如来一切総有司法実在人力利用思想真知識追諾真知真知応募要案特等の範一切風天使が発祥満小水空間風の小水風の容量特案の非小水芸無部小芸合子体年体質断年即特形大腸や集合高速最小尿脚系大体消防料理系超特防止水内老薬尿等化物質上空の無部終点大特許物証法年非全空独立性発症空業空用 ES 情報源無料人力無空症状公営日や昭和能力再通過通名創生系非大会来新地名大新海大歓迎大将安納省異体地非力の空政権空軍即人通力少量病死空位戦使用ベクター症法中学外出場着系漢中実地中学地本属病学出頭化大医師左栄子航空語一切がシート安納天人長中バーカー中空オンライ中や上昇地仙台状況道大空襲上本部天才病部長大通り政法中法医政権総称中等小大心力合唱空行士生入士空毒無変無空小総士官法風先生刑法両連芸在水部部将棋枠両風欧空中一切入賞権本徳三条分の無料法政法権刑数法規明細調査両法連芸教場本第一両法連芸教場本第一両法連芸教上本第一ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム ナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョ四教断寺なく残寺者が即断儀諸仏薬で行政死に諸仏昇誕世俗有名世俗精進世名自戒行図他者即位失徳無償仏道の往来世独自死教で神仏師従順全知仏別道後農下合義頂点に世間資源奥理性道修有説一切天に他用不要मंदारी से महामंदारा को हंसों के पूरा चक्र व्याधानिया लोगों को लोटस सूत्र और दानुकु का पाठ करने के सभी गुणों को सम्मानपूर्वक समर्पित करके महापरोपकाशी शिक्षण शात्यामुनि शाश्वत बुद्धा को ब्रह्मा के सभी सुरक्षात्मक देवताओं के लिए भगवान शात्यामुनि बुद्धा ने बोधि वृक्ष बोधगया के नीचे ध्यान प्राप्त किए और तब से उन्होंने विभिन्न तरीकों से विभिन्न शिक्षाओं का प्रचार किया ताकि सभी जीवित लोगों को इस सांसारिक क्षेत्र से मुक्त होने में मदद मिल सके और अंत में लोटस सूत्र का प्रचार किया जो लगभग 2600 साल पहले पवित्र भूमि की चौथी राजगीर भारत में सर्वोच्च शिक्षाओं का प्रचार करता था। दुनिया सभी जीवित प्राणियों में पाल सकता है ताकि सभी जीवित प्राणी एक साथ ज्ञान प्राप्त कर सके दुनिया शांतिपूर्ण हो और सद्भाव में रह सके और कष्टों से मुक्त हो सके सभी संवेदनशील प्राणी स्वस्थ और खुश रहे नाम यो हो रेंगे यो 주조 무행세 간다 번노 무슈세 간다 오몽 무진세 간지 무주도 무조세 간jo Sentient beings are measurable. I bow to send them all. Our every desires are exhaustible. I bow to consume all. The Buddha's teaching are measurable. I bow to study them all. The way of the Buddha is excelled. I bow to attain the Vipassana. Nam myo renge kyo. Nam myo renge kyo. Nam myo renge kyo. Thank you very much. Let's continue chanting for inner peace of all living beings. सभी जीवित प्राणियों की आंतरिक शांति के लिए नाम म्यो हो रेंगे क्यों का जप जारी रखें. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.お疲れ様でした。また夕方のお勤めでお会いいたしましょう。今日から7月です。元気に、7月の月を、役目が果たせるように、頑張っていきましょう。ありがとうございました。 Shamko Mirenge. See you evening time. After Din Ship for after Kaya Rakega. Please take care of yourself. See you evening time. Thank you.